Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, some of you asked me to do a tutorial with granny square. I don't have a tutorial on my channel because I thought, well, there's so many on YouTube that I don't think YouTube needs one more for me anyway. But well, I'm gonna show you the way I do it. Well, this is, let's say, it's called the classic granny square. The only problem that some of you might have, and you have to be aware when you do the squares, the tension, because you might do a square loose and another square tight when you work. Yeah, for example, this one I did intentionally working loose, and this one it's a little bit tight. I'm sure you can see the difference in size. It has the same rows, and I used number 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. Yeah, so be aware of the tension when you work, because if you make a blanket and you have to put it together, well, these are not going to be the same. Yeah, so be aware of the tension when you work. I did with the same crochet hook number, the same yarn. It's just one I did it loose and one tight, so be aware of that. Yeah, it's very easy. The first two rows I think are the most important that you have to pay attention to. Okay, you're gonna do the knot the way you like. Well, if you want, you can do like this. Yeah, and you take this one here to your left, you put it over that one, let's say, and then take this one and put it over that one, and then take the crochet hook and try to get the crochet hook underneath this, and then you're gonna hold the tail and you're gonna have a knot. Yeah, this will help if you want this hole to be close, yeah, a little bit small. So you're gonna, at the end or in the middle of the square, you're gonna pull this as much as you can. Yeah, okay, now what we're gonna do after we do the knot, we're gonna do 4 chains. So grab the yarn, pull the yarn through that loop. So we're gonna do 4, 2, 3, and 4. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the crochet hook and you're gonna poke into the last chain or the first chain that you did. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one here, it's the first one that you did. Yeah, so we're gonna go in there in this one, try to grab 2 loops, pull the yarn through that, and in the same time you're gonna have to pull like this. You have a string here. Yeah, well, move that tail in a way like that, and you have like a line in there. You can see, let me show you, is this one here. So put your finger between that line and the rest of the chain like this, and then do a slip stitch. Yeah, well, you're gonna have a circle here, so keep your let's say your finger into that hole. Yeah, well, fingernails help. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now yarn over the hook, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do 2 more double crochets. Yeah, so go in there into that circle and hold that tail that you're gonna, either you work it or you hide it later. Yeah, so do 2 double crochets, because that chain 3 that we did is gonna count as a double crochet. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Then chain 2, yarn over the hook, and again we're gonna have to do, let's say, 3 more sets of 3 double crochets. So you go inside the circle again and you're gonna do 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So we have to do, let's say, 2 more sets of 3 double crochets. So again, chain 2, yarn over the hook, and again we go back into the circle and we pull up a loop and we do a double crochet. So we're gonna have to do 3 double crochets in there. We did 2, 1 more. Again, you're gonna chain 2, and again we're gonna go back into the circle and we do the last set of 3 double crochets. We have 3 up until now, 1, 2, 3, so we need 3 more. So you're gonna have to do 4 sets of 3 double crochets in that circle. Okay, well, this time you're not going to chain 2, you're going to chain only 1. Then you're going to find the chain 3 first that we did. So we're going to go on top of the third chain. So we have 1, 2, and 3. In this one here on top of the chain 3, we're going to go in there and we're going to do a, well, insert your hook into that. Sometimes it's not easy. Okay, pull up a loop, and then we're gonna do a slip stitch. Some tutorials will tell you to do a single crochet. I do the slip stitch. Then we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now you have this set of 3 and this set of 3 here. So you're gonna go kind of in a way backwards. So yarn over the hook, and you're gonna go into this space right underneath this chain 3. In this space you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do 2 more double crochets. Okay, chain 1, and now we're gonna go to the next space, which you're gonna skip the first 3 double crochet, these ones here, yarn over the hook, and you're gonna go into this space and we're gonna do the corner, which means we're gonna do 3 double crochets in there, chain 2. The only time you're gonna chain 2 it's going to be when you do the corners. Yeah, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go back into the same space where we did this 3 double crochet, and we're gonna do 3 more double crochet. And the more you do, more rows, the square is going to get bigger and bigger. We're going to chain 1. And again, we're going to move to the next space. You're going to skip this 3 double crochet. And we're going to go into the space. With the granny square, usually we work only in the space. Or the only time that we're going to insert our hook, we're going to be into the chain 3 on top of the chain 3 to do the slip stitch. So yarn over the hook, and we're going to move to this space here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet. We have to do the corner. That's why I said the first 2 rows are the most important. After that it's smooth sailing. Chain 2, and we're going to go back again into the same space where we did this 3 double crochet and do 3 more double crochets. Okay, chain 1, yarn over the hook, and again we're gonna skip 3 double crochet, and this is gonna be the corner again. So in here, in this space, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochet in the same space. Well, I think the first 2 rows are important, and after that it's easy. Chain 2, yarn over the hook, and again we're gonna go back into the same space where we did this 3 double crochet and put 3 more double crochet. This is what it's gonna form the corner. Okay, chain 1, and now we kind of reach the, let's say, the end in a way, the other corner where we have only 3 double crochet. Okay, again we're gonna skip this 3 double crochet, and in this space here, yarn over the hook, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 1, even though it's the corner and the rest of the corners we chain 2 in between this, I like to chain only 1. So again we're gonna find we have 3 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and the chain 3. Find the top, this one, the top 3rd chain, and we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do a slip stitch. If you like to chain to do a single crochet, do a single crochet. I just slip stitch, and now we're gonna do the 3 chain. 1, 2, and the third one, try to leave it a little bit loose, because this chain is gonna be the one that you're gonna, when you reach the end, you're gonna poke into it. And if it's too tight, you saw the first one was kind of difficult for me. So again, yarn over the hook, and you kind of go backwards a little bit in the back, and this space here. So we're gonna go in there, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Well, 2, 1 and 2, because that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Chain 1, and now, like I said, we're gonna work only in the spaces. The only time you're gonna poke into a chain, it's here, you know, when you reach the end. Otherwise, we work in the space or in the corner. So skip this 3 double crochet, yarn over the hook, go into this space and do 3 double crochets. Chain 1. The only time you're gonna chain 2, it's only in the corners. That's it. In between the corners, only 1 you're gonna chain. Yarn over the hook, again, skip this 3 double crochet, you reach the corner, you go in there and you do 3 double crochets. Chain 2. This is the only time that you're gonna chain 2, when you reach the corner. Yarn over the hook, and we go back into the same space where we did this 3 double crochet, and we're gonna do 3 more double crochet. That is the only way that you're gonna make the square big. So again, we chain 1, skip this 3 double crochet, go into this space and do 3 double crochets. Yeah, it's very easy, this one. Like I said, the first 2 rows are important. After that, it's easy. Again, chain 1, yarn over the hook, and we reach the other corner. So skip this 3, go into this space between this cluster of double crochet, and we're gonna do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. So we did 3 double crochet, chain 2, yarn over the hook, and again we go back into the same space and do 3 more double crochet. And you can mix colors, you can do whatever. Again, we're gonna chain 1. So skip this 3 double crochet, and in this space here you do 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and again we reach the corner, skip this 3 double crochet and go in the space between the double crochets, the cluster, and do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same space, and that will form the corner. So chain 2, and again we go back into the same space and we do 3 more double crochets. Okay, chain 1, and again skip this 3 double crochet, and in the space between the double crochets, the cluster, we're gonna put in here 3 double crochet. Chain 1, yarn over the hook, and again we reach the end, let's say the end of the row. So we're gonna skip this 3 double crochet, and in the space here we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Okay, chain 1, and then we reach the chain. So these are 2 double crochets, and these are the chain 3. So find the one in the top here and do a slip stitch. You see, if you don't leave it loose a little bit, the chain, the third one, it's gonna be hard. So do a slip stitch and then chain 3. 1, 2, and when you have to do this this chain, the third one, leave it a little bit loose. That will be easy to get in. And again, it's like you kind of going backwards a little bit, so yarn over the hook, and we're gonna do 2 more double crochets in that space. Chain 1, yarn over the hook, and then skip these 3 double crochet, and in the space we always gonna work in the space, and the bigger the square it is, the more spaces you're gonna have between the corners. Yeah, before we had 1, now we have 2 spaces until we reach the corners. Yeah, so now we're gonna skip these 3, and in the space here we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip this 3 double crochet, you reach the space, and we do 3 double crochets. Well, try to put the video, when some of you watching, try to put full screen, because you can see much closer. If I put the camera too close, it gets blurry and you can't see anything. So chain 1, and now we reach the corner. So let's say skip this 3 double crochet, and in the space between the cluster of double crochet we're gonna work in there, and we're gonna do the corner. So 3 double crochets we're gonna do in there, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. So we did 3, chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back into the same space, and we do 3 more double crochet. Like I said, the only place that you're gonna chain 2 is the corner. Otherwise it's just 1. You're gonna chain 1. Like now we're gonna chain 1. Yeah. So now we're gonna work in these spaces until we reach the corner here. I think I'm gonna do this row, and I will stop. So the next space you do 3 double crochet. Yeah, it's very easy, it's not difficult. Chain 1, and you move to the next space, like skip this 3, go into the next space, do a 3 double crochets. Well, I didn't do this kind of tutorial because there's so many that it's no use for me to do one more. So chain 1, and now we reach the corner. So we're gonna go into this space, and we're gonna do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. But like I said, it's very important, if you do a blanket, make sure that you, okay, chain 2, the tension is very important, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. Well, I'm using 5mm crochet hook, even though this yarn asks for 4.0. So now we're gonna chain 1, and it's gonna look like this. It's quite easy. So again, we're gonna skip this 3, and in the next space we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 1, yarn over the hook, and move to the next space. It's like you keep skipping the cluster of double crochets, the 3 double crochets, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets in this space, chain 1, and we reach the corner. So now you're gonna go in here, and you're gonna do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. And that's about it. It's very easy, this one. Well, the first two rows will be kind of a doozy, but you know, after you practice and you understand the first 2 rows, it's very easy. Now how many did I did here? Okay, I did 3. So chain 1, yarn over the hook. Again, we're gonna skip this 3, and in the next space we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 1. Again, you're gonna skip the 3 double crochets, and in the space you're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 1, and now we reach the end. So you go into the space here. It's like, again, you skip this 3 and you go there, do 3 double crochets, and I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna show you how to, to close the square. Okay, so you're gonna chain 1, you find the chain, a third chain, and you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 1, and then you can go into the next stitch, for example here, and do a slip stitch, go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. And now let's say the corner is here, so now either you go more to do the slip stitch or you stop here, chain 1, pull up a loop, you take the scissors and you cut the yarn, pull the string like this, and now you're gonna take the, well, a crochet hook, and you're gonna keep how you say, hide the tail. Gonna take it like this, and like all my scarves that I do, I keep moving like this. I turn and I'm inserting here and grab the tail, yeah, and you can pull like this, and you keep turning like this, otherwise it's gonna be right here on top and you're gonna see the tail. So go in here and hide the tail. You keep turning like this, the next. So you're gonna, because the tail is gonna be on the, let's say in here, you're not gonna see it on top. So I turn again, and you're gonna do like this until you know, you hide the tail. It's very, very easy. And the ones that, for example, after you finish, let's say you finished, you can pull this and make it, you know, tighter, yeah, or you can hide the tail with a crochet hook. You can hide it, yeah. So this is the square. Well, I don't work much with unless I'm doing a blanket, but otherwise I don't bother with the squares, the granny square. But yeah, this is the square. It's very easy, it's not complicated. You can close the square the way you like, it doesn't matter, you don't need to do the way I do it. So these ones you just, you know, I will just hide it if I need. I hide the tail, and that's it. Or you can do when you do the first row, you can keep holding the tail and hide it, you know, when you do and this is the granny square. Well, it's not difficult. The first row you have, the first 2 rows you have to pay attention and try to work with the tension, the same tension, because otherwise this is gonna be bigger, smaller, and it's gonna be different sizes. Well, I hope you enjoy, guys, and I hope I did a good job explaining to you. Well, just practice. That's with the granny square. The first 2 rows are kind of intimidating and they're kind of weird. You don't know which way to go or what you're supposed to do. But well, if you pass the first 2 rows, you're good to go. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.